Okay, sir.
We will just discuss what is SSIS, what is ETL, how this ETL is working, everything. Okay.
Okay.
See, SSIS is as one of your friend mentioned. SSIS is an integration SQL Server integration services. This is a Microsoft product. This is a Microsoft product which is developed by the Microsoft company, and this is the one of the tool in the Microsoft Business Intelligence tools. Okay, so this is an ETL tool: extraction, transformation, and load. In a market, we have a lot of ETL tools like Talend, DataStage, Informatica, Metallion, etc. Like this, SSIS is an ETL tool which is developed by the Microsoft company. So in a MS SQL server software, Microsoft SQL Server software, this SSIS is one of the component in the SQL Server software. Okay. Totally, we have a multiple components in the Microsoft SQL Server software. MS SQL Server Database Engine is one of the component, and the remaining three tools, business intelligence tools. In that, SSIS is one tool, SSRS is another tool, SSAS is another tool. Now we are here. To discuss about the SSIS, that is SQL Server Integration Services, which is an ETL tool developed by the Microsoft product. Okay. Unable to hear, guys. Can you able to hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, but Ravi Teja is saying that he is not able to hear. Maybe problem from his end, I guess. Right? Correct now? So problem from Ravi Teja end. Okay. Guys, can you mute? I'm able to. Okay, that's fine. Now, so SSIS is an ETL tool. Okay, ETL tool. The abbreviation of this ETL is extraction, transformation, and load. Then we'll see one by one, what is the meaning of extraction, what is the meaning of transformation, and then what is the meaning of load. Guys, can you tell me? Why are we using the ETL tool?
Sir, for business logic, for extraction, extraction and transforming, loading the data and transformation, you will be using the business logic and deploy the data. Means where we want to deploy, we can take the data from the different source and transfer the data and load the different source destination. Sorry.
Okay, others.
One more point, actually, we can convert unstructured data into structured format so that we can easily reporting purpose we can use that.
Okay, others.
We collect the data from different sources like PDF, Excel, and send send it to the database and save it into the database.
Okay. Chalo. Let me start. What is the meaning of extraction? What is the meaning of transformation? And then what is the meaning of load? Okay. Chalo. So we just focus on the core concept of the ETL. What this ETL is doing. Any ETL, any functionality is same. We need to understand the core functionality of the ETL. Just we focus on that functionality. Few of you may know the concept of ETL. Other may don't know the concept. So for them, let me start with the very basic things. Okay. See, suppose let's consider guys. Consider how your ETL will work. If you consider any retail business, just I am taking a one retail business example. Can you give me any stores, retail stores, guys, famous retail stores, whatever you know. Any store.
DMart, Walmart.
Okay. I will take Hyderabad Central or Bangalore Central. Okay. You all are aware of this Hyderabad Central or Bangalore Central, right, guys? Retail store. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the store 1 and then this is the store 2. Like this, across the globe or across the India, we have a multiple stores. This Central Hyderabad or Bangalore Hyderabad. We have a multiple stores and then they are operating their business from the multiple location of the and multiple states of the India. Okay. Daily they are doing the transactions, daily they are selling the products, daily they are selling the items, and then customers are buying a products, and then finally the retail store people will save the data. What is the data? See, as a customer, if I go to any retail store, I will purchase the number of products and the number of quantity, and finally you are going to pay. You are going to pay the bill at the billing desk. That billing desk they will collect all the information from you. Initially, if you are a registered user, then directly he will submit the data. If you are a new user, he will collect your mobile number, your email ID, your full name, etc. And then he will enter all the products, all the quantity, and what are the price, everything, and then he will submit and he will generate the receipt. Whenever he submit the button in the front end application, in web application, at his computer, at his laptop, whenever he submit the button, suppose this is the one billing desk in one store, this is the one billing desk in another store. In this desk, he will be communicating with the web application, front end application. In that front end application, he is submitting every order which are made by the different customers. I may be paid the bill, you may be paid the bill, other may be paid the bill. They are doing a shopping, they are paying a bill. Whenever you are going to pay the bill, this billing desk people will submit the data. Whenever the data is submitted at the web application in this billing desk, automatically the data will be stored into your RDBMS database, that is Relational Database Management System. That may be a SQL Server, that may be a Oracle, that may be a Teradata, etc. And see, based on the reasons, based on the business comfortable, based on the budget comfortable, they may be decide in which database they need to store their data regularly. Maybe in Karnataka, they may be store the data in a SQL Server database. In Andhra Pradesh, store 2, they may be storing data in Oracle. Telangana, they may be stored the data into the Teradata. And Chennai, they may be store the data in a MS Access files. That is also one of the database based on their comfortable. Now, Hyderabad Central is doing a lot of transactions daily. They are storing a lot of data daily. Whenever they submit the order in the front end or billing desk people, automatically those transactions should be stored in a database, whichever they are using a database. For each store, they may be use the different databases. There is no point that they need to use same database. No, based on the usage, based on the comfortable, based on the multiple things they will consider while making a setup of the database, which database we need to use. Now, for this central Hyderabad, for this Bangalore Hyderabad, each and every store or each and every state, they are going to store the data into a different database. Database 1, database 2, database 3. Suppose here, instead of this, see, I can say copy. No, it will not give. Okay, fine. So this is the database 1. You may be having another database, that is Oracle. This is SQL Server. Yeah, you may be having a Oracle database, and you may be storing a data in a file system. Now tell me, guys, as the data, as the business is running across the different locations in India, and they are storing a data into the different databases, different formats, and in a different locations. Now tell me, this Central Hyderabad or Bangalore Hyderabad retail business owners, they wanted to analyze their data, that they wanted to do the analysis, their entire data, not only a single state, entire India data, they wanted to do the analysis in a different dimensions. They wanted to do the some decisions on top of the data. Now tell me, is it possible to do the analysis if the data is available in a different databases and different systems and then different formats and then different locations? Tell me, guys, is it possible to do the analysis as data is available in the different systems and then different locations? Tell me, guys.
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir. We cannot analyze data like this.
Yeah, we cannot analyze the data because see, Karnataka state data is available in a SQL server, that is one format. Andhra data is available in Oracle database, that is another format. And Tamil Nadu data is available in the Teradata database, that is another format and then another location. And Maharashtra data is available in the MS Access, that is another location. Now they wanted to do the senior management wanted to do the analysis, the overall business. It is highly impossible because the data is available in a different systems. That is first point. Those systems are available in a different locations. That is second point. Whatever the data is available in those different systems, they are different formats. That is another reason. So we can't able to do the analysis on top of those different systems and the different formats, and then we can't able to make the decision on top of that data. Now, then what we need to do, guys? If wanted to do the analysis of entire business, what we need to do now? Guys, if we wanted to do the business data analysis of entire business, then what we need to do now? Tell me, guys.
We collect the data at
Sorry?
one location.
Okay.
We collect the data at one location and perform operation on it, means and then we can store it, load it into the database or generate a report.
That's right. What about Mrutyunjay? Mahesh. Now, as the data is available in the different places, see here. data is available in a different databases. One source is, one system is, this is a database. Another one is one file system. This is CSV file system. Okay. And another one is, this is Excel file system. Now, as we have a data in a different systems, and these systems are available in a different locations. These systems are available in a different locations. Fine. These systems are available in different locations. Now, if we wanted to do the data analysis on top of your data which are available in the different systems and the different formats, we need to collect that entire data and then convert the data into a same format and then load the data into the single database. You need to collect the data from the different source systems and then convert that entire multiple systems data into a single format and then load that data into a single database. So for that you need your SSIS ETL tool. For that you need your SSIS ETL tool. What it will do, as I mentioned here, see, this is an ETL tool. What is this ETL? Extraction, transformation, and then load. What is this extraction? As the data is available in the different source systems, in a different locations, in a different format, you need to collect or extract all the file system data. For that, you are going to use a ETL tool. This ETL tool, your SSIS tool, has a capability to connect all the different data sources wherever those sources are available. If the data source is a database, then you can able to connect that database. If the database may be anything, either SQL Server, either Oracle, either Teradata, etc. Anything. If the data is available in the different database, then you can able to connect. If the database available in the CSV, if the data is available in the MS Access database, if the database available in the XLS, so by connecting with all those data sources, you using your SSIS tool, you can connect all the data sources and then extract the data from the different source system. That is the meaning of extraction. Now, I told you, as the data is available in a different source systems, in a different formats, different source systems, and in a different formats, you need to convert all the different source system data which are available in the different formats. You will convert all the entire data into a single format. That is a transformations. That is the transformations are many things. Based on the requirement you will be used. Transformations are business conditions. Transformations are using, you can convert the data. You can data enrichment, concatenating the data, applying the data quality services, applying a data governance. See, based on your source data, how your data should be stored, how your final data should be stored in the target table, what scenario you need to consider, what conditions you need to apply. So you will apply on the source data. Source data means whatever the data is available in the different source system, you will extract the entire data. From those source systems, and then you will filter, you will apply conditions, you will concatenate, you will convert. Those are the transformations. Transformations means what? Applying a conditions. What are the conditions? Suppose let's consider you have a 1 year data in a source system. You have a 1 month data. You need to load only a 24 hours data. See here, you will connect SSIS tool and then you need to apply only a transformations to load the 24 hours data. 24 hours, that is a delta load. So for that, you will apply a transformations. These are the transformations are many things, not a single things. According to your requirement, you are going to apply transformations. Transformations may be anything. Just you are applying a business conditions to filter the data, to format the data, to convert the data, to concatenate the data, to enrich the data. What is the meaning of data enrichment? Data enrichment, tell me guys. What is the meaning of data enrichment? Just say whatever it is. If it is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. What is the meaning of data enrichment? Hello?
Sir, we can use the data, means yeah, we can use for the business logic, sir. We can apply the business logic.
No. I am asking business, that is okay. I am asking specifically data enrichment. Data enrichment. I am asking what is the meaning of data enrichment. See, data enrichment nothing but, okay. Suppose let's consider you are loading some customer data. You are loading some customer data into your final database. Okay, that customer data may be customer ID, customer name, order ID, product name, product quantity, payment, and then state ID. Okay, but in your target table, you don't have a state ID. You have a state name. But in the source file, you have a state ID column, but you don't have a state name column. But in your target table, you have a state name column, you don't have a state ID column. Now, on the fly, along with your source data, whenever you extracted the source data from the file, and that state ID, you will be having some table in the database called the state names. There you will be having a two columns, state ID and then state name. By joining with the source column state ID and then one of the control table in the database. In that control table, one time you will insert the data into the control table. So how many states are there? 27. What is the state name? State name. Then you will insert and then leave it. And then while loading a data into the target table, you will load the source data and then control table data. You will join and then you will bring the state name and then load the state name into the target table. That is a data enrichment. Nothing but while extracting a data from the source system, you will not be having a columns, but on the fly, you will generate the columns with the reference data and then load those columns into target system. That is data enrichment. Do you clear or not clear? What is the meaning of data enrichment? Guys, say yes or no first.
Yes, sir.
So those are what I mean to say, those are the transformations. Those are the transformations you can apply. So that is a transformation. Extraction means you will collect a data. You will collect a data from the different source systems. You will collect a data from the different source systems. And then you will extract. E means extract. You will extract the data from those different data system. Transformations, I told you, while loading a data into the target table, while loading a data into the target database, you will apply some conditions. Conditions may be anything. So you will get your 1 month data, but you need to load only 1 day data. That is also one of the condition. You have a first name and then last name in the source data. But while loading a data into the target table, you need to convert first name and then last name, then load as a full name. So that is the concatenation. Now you have a Excel data, you have MS Access data. You need to convert into a single format. That is a conversion. So there are many transformations are available. So after applying a transformations, then you are loading a meaningful data into the target systems, meaningful data into the target system. Once this data is available in the target system, now this is the part where you have your entire business data. Not clear, please explain. So what is not clear, Divendu? What is not clear?
Sir, that about that enrichment.
Enrichment. Okay, that's fine. Others, are you clear or not clear on enrichment? Whatever I mentioned. What I mean to say actually, suppose let's consider.
Yes,
I
sir.
will tell you. Suppose let's consider customer ID is a one column. Okay. Customer name is the another column. State ID is the another column. Customer name is one. Customer name is a Ramu. Okay. State ID is 10. Okay. But your target, this is the source data. Okay. This is the source file data. Okay. Now you have a target table data. This is the target table. But in this target table, you have a state name. You don't have a state name is Karnataka. You need to load as a Karnataka into this target table, but you are getting a state ID. This is clear till here at least.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Yes.
you will get the state ID, but while loading a data into the target table, you need to load as a Karnataka. Like this, based on this state IDs, you need to load the state name. Now, what you need to do in a data warehousing, in a ETL approach, in a data modeling, this is the concept. You will be having a one control table. You will be having a one control table. Control table is, or you can say intermediate table or reference table. Intermediate table or reference table. What is this? In this table, you will be having a state ID and then you will be having a state name. So how many states you have? 26 or 27 states are there. Those 26 IDs and then corresponding those names. Now what the requirement is, you are getting a source file data along with your state ID, but in target table you need to load the state name but not a state ID. These state names are available. All the state names are available in the one reference table in the database. Now, whatever you get the source file, this data, and then whatever you have a reference table, this data, based on the state ID, you will join in the ETL tool itself, while extraction itself. You will join these two columns based on this value, and then you will bring this state name. You will bring this state name. Now, when you join, your data will be become a like this. When you join, and then you will bring the state name, state ID, and then customer name, and then customer ID. While loading this data now, source data, because you have joined this source data reference table based on the state ID, you brought. Hello. Hello. Yeah, that's right. So you will join these two data sets, and then you will bring the state name. You will bring the state name. Now, while loading a data into the target system, while loading a data into while loading a data into the target system, you will load this data into the target table. So this is the data enrichment. What is the meaning of data enrichment? Means actually you will not be having a column in the source system. On the fly, you will generate the column by looking into the another data set and then bring the column load that column into the target table. So that is the data enrichment. Now you are clear or not clear, Devendra?
Clear, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear.
Sure? Sure?
Yes, sir. True, sir. Yes.
Super. Yeah. These are the basics. There are a lot many things. You may be asked. You may be asked me why they are sending a state ID or why they are storing a state ID. See, source data may be either file, either in a database, wherever it is, right, guys? I told you, source data may be different things. Either a file, either a database, either a file, either a database. Okay. Now, what I mean to say, you may be asked the question. So, sir, actually, why they are sending a state ID? They can send the state name directly, right? You can ask me like that, isn't it, guys? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So actually, in the data modeling of any data warehouse or a database, while designing a database and then storing the database, always you will think n number of things, n number of scenarios you need to consider while designing a database. As much as possible, you are trying to store the very limited data in the database so that you can save the data storage in the database. Now, instead of storing a Karnataka, instead of storing a state ID, there is a difference or not to store the data? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
You have millions of records. So for that, instead of saving a 10, if you store Karnataka for all the millions of records, your database space will be occupied more or not? Tell me, guys.
Yes, sir. Great.
So that in a data modeling, we are avoiding whatever we need to avoid, we are going to avoid, and then we are bringing this type of data. But anyways, this is a simple table. If you have 26 states, it will be occupied 26 records. Then if you join this one, and then you are bringing this. Now tell me, guys, how beautiful is this? You are saving a data, and then you are bringing and then mapping a data into the target table. Isn't it, guys?
Yes, sir.
So, like this, there are many things in the data modeling concepts. This is the one of the reason to save your database storage in your database. Then you are going to store the maximum IDs only instead of storing a text columns in the database. So, if you store the IDs, then it will occupy the less space in the storage, less space in the database. Because so here we are talking about the only one record. But in your projects, in your tables, there are millions of records, 7 millions, 10 millions, 15 millions, 20 millions. How many records for 1 million? Tell me, guys. How many records for 1 million? Guys, how many records for 1 million? 10 logs records for 1 million. If you store 10 millions, then 1 crore records. For those 1 crore records, if you store the state name with the Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh like that, it will occupy huge space. Instead of that, if you store IDs, then it will occupy very less space. So that we are going to store the data like this, and then we are joining with the reference table, and then making and then bringing the state name, and then load the data into the target. So this is the data enrichment. Fine. So now what I mean to say, according to the requirement, then you are going to apply your conditions. Once the data is loaded into on top of your target single database, then your central Hyderabad people are retail store owners can be able to do the analysis on top of your database, and then they can able to generate the reports on top of your database. So this is the high level discussion on the ETL, how it works. So as a ETL developer, what you will do? What is your roles and responsibilities means? Data may be available in the different systems, different source systems in different locations. To collect the data and then to apply a conditions, business conditions, and then load the meaningful data into the target system, you are going to implement a SSIS packages. These type of SSIS packages you are going to write. You are going to write according to your requirement. You may be, see, as I mentioned here in these things, you are getting a old data and then new data. So here, old data should be inserted. If the new data should be inserted. If the old data is there, if there are any changes in the old data, then that should be updated. So for that, you will implementing your SSIS packages. Your roles and responsibilities to develop the SSIS packages as a ETL developer in the SSIS. So this is the overview. This is the overview of how your ETL tool is going to work. Now tell me guys, this is clear or not clear? Just high level discussion on the ETL. Clear or not clear? Say yes or no.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very clear.
Clear, right? So whatever the ETL, not only SSIS, whatever the ETL you take in the geography, all the ETLs are doing the same thing. But there may be a controls, there may be a GUI, there may be some items or some tasks will be the different. But the overall, the requirement of the ETL process approach is same thing. So if you become familiar and then comfortable with the one ETL tool and then one database, then you can work on any database and you can work on any ETL tool. You can work on any database, you can work on any ETL tool easily. But only thing is you need to learn perfectly one database and then one ETL tool. If you become a perfect on the one database and the one ETL tool, once you get the experience on the tools, so you can play with any database, you can play with any ETL tool by referring some materials. Say yes or no, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now I am going to share you. So what is my SSIS syllabus? What is my SSIS syllabus? So this is the SSIS syllabus. We are going to discuss as part of our regular sessions. See, introduction part, different tools are available in the SSIS, different tasks are available in the SSIS, different containers and then tasks are available in the SSIS, different data flow items, how do you use the variables, parameters and the expressions, and then accessing heterogeneous data that is from the different sources on the target, and then error handling, how do you use the error handling, and then how do you deploy the packages, everything here, how do you deploy the packages, how do you work with the different things. So this is my SSIS course syllabus. I am going to target to complete this SSIS content in 20 to 25 sessions. Prerequisite for this SSIS is, if you have a good knowledge of the SQL, then it will become a easy. I will tell you why SQL knowledge is. See, some people will tell that if it is a ETL tool, someone will tell that if it is a ETL tool, only this is a GUI part, and you should not require a SQL knowledge. That is wrong. I will tell you why do you require your SQL knowledge. See, you will bring the data from the source system. While loading a data into the target system, you need to apply some transformations. And so here you have a data in a different source systems and a different formats. You need to make into same format and apply some business conditions. You need to concatenate, you need to merge. So for that, you need a obviously SQL knowledge. You are going to write some SQL logic on top of your data. So then finally, after applying all the conditions, the resultant data you will load into your target database system. So for that, I'm telling, if you have a SQL knowledge, then it will be added advantage. If you don't have SQL knowledge, then you will suffer. Okay, guys. What do you say?
Do we need advanced SQL knowledge, or it's just basic level is enough?
See. My recommendation is complete SQL, not only a basics. If someone is telling that you need only basic SQL, that is a wrong direction. They are suggesting a wrong direction. Because see, there is no options in the SQL. SQL means SQL, that's it. You need to implement a stored procedure, you need to write a functions, you need to write a SQL, joins, subqueries, etc. Everything.
Sir, hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can we use the store procedure in ETL?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, actually, sir, I have total 3 year experience in SQL Server and reporting, Power BI and Crystal Report.
Mhm.
So, sir, I want to learn the SSIS. So, can you tell me what is the difference between SSIS and Informatica?
See, that is what SSIS Informatica is here, one of the ETL tool from the Informatica. This is the SSIS tool from the Microsoft company. See, this Microsoft company has introduced in this Microsoft SQL Server database component. But that is Informatica is the single tool. That is a ETL tool. Okay.
Okay. And sir, Informatica is the free version, or means it is the available in
No, that I need to check. That is a free source or paid version that I need to check actually.
yeah, okay, sir.
Because
Informatica is not free actually.
the
Informatica is not free.
Informatica is not free. It is not an open source.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. See, my recommendation is you need to have a good commanding on the SQL server and then SSIS. Then you have a very good chance to get the jobs in the market. You know only SSIS, you don't know the SQL part, then it is difficult. You know the only SQL, you don't know the SSIS, then it is difficult. This is the hard combination. SQL and then SSIS, SQL and then Power BI. SQL and then Power BI, that is a one combination. SQL and then SSIS is the another combination. But surviving with the only with the SSIS means that is difficult, guys. Because in SSIS, you are going to use lot many SQL components. In that SQL components, lot many stored procedures, lot many complex SQLs will be implemented. So for that, as a ETL developer, you need to do all those things. No one will be there for the separate SQL. No project will accept. If I know the only ETL, another people will implement the SQL on behalf of you means no project will accept. As a ETL developer, you have to be comfortable with the SQL, and then you have to incorporate that logic yourself, and then you need to build your SSIS packages. SSIS packages. Okay, guys, if anyone has suggested that if basic SQL is enough, no, I don't accept that word, guys. Say yes or no. Why silent?
Yes, sir.
Right thing, sir.
Agree or not agree?
Agree, sir.
Yeah, because see, I never seen. Suppose if you get a job, on the SSIS, and you are working on some support project, you will be working in the morning shift from 6 to 2 o'clock. So you will be the single associate where you are working in the morning shift. In the early morning 6 o'clock, you will start your job. If you get a ticket on SSIS packages, and then that SSIS packages has some SQL components. In that SQL components, lot of stored processes are executing your SQL code. If you get the issue in the SQL code, you need to resolve that issue in the SQL code. Then what you will do? Please tell me. So in that case, if you have a SQL knowledge, then it will be added. Not an added. This is the mandatory as per my knowledge. This is the mandatory. You need to learn. You need to become a comfortable. Then you will survive. Suppose if someone has mentioned that this is optional or you can survive means that is a wrong statement, I can say. So yes, prerequisite for this SSIS is SQL, and then so we are going to cover the SQL in 20-25 sessions. Yes, once the sessions are complete, so you can mention at least 2 to 3 years of experience, and then start trials on the SQL and then SSIS. If you already have the knowledge in SQL. Okay. So this is about today's sessions, guys. And tomorrow onwards, then we are going to start our regular SSIS sessions.
Sir, any project provided, sir, for the real time?
Yes, for sure. Don't worry. We will discuss on the projects. We will discuss on the resume preparation and the interview questions, etc. So we will do on that. Not a problem.
So on one more, sir. Actually, we will continue same time or
No. Continue same time only.
okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So Shekhar, shall I learn first SQL, then shall I join back?
If you
on this?
don't have SQL knowledge,
Yeah,
complete
I
zero.
have like joins and some select
See,
queries only. I
no,
didn't write with the procedures and all.
what I mean to say, if you have a basic SQL, then you can start and parallel you can plan for the SQL server. That will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you have a basics of SQL, you can start and parallelly join the SQL server. That will work for you. Why do you need to wait again? This is for 1 or 2 months. That is for 1 or 2 months, right?
Yeah.
See, once you complete this course again, you need a extra 1 or 2 months to practice, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that after completion of the 3 months, then you are going to join that and this. It will not. Just go with the parallelly. As you all are matured guys, you have completed BTech, then you have a caliber to learn the self and then why you need to wait, right? So I can say once you mention 2 to 3 of experience on SQL Server and the SSIS, you have a very good opportunities, very good job opportunity in the market. So this is the hard combination I can say, SQL and then SSIS, and you have a more chances to get the job.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys?
So I have non-technical experience.
Okay.
After this completing this course, should I go with 2 years experience of the SSIS?
You can mention
Or
2 to 3 years of 2 to 3 years of experience. Yes.
okay.
Sir, may I know what is the salary range in the market for this 2 to 3 years of experience for which SSIS, if you don't mind?
I will tell you. Nowadays, earlier it was less. Nowadays, you can expect 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all depends upon your interview, your luck, and then company.
Okay.
If you mention 2 to 3 years of experience. Nowadays, 10 lakhs package became very basics here.
Nowadays, no call, na, sir.
No, not like that. You need to be ready. You need to be the track. Train will come tomorrow morning.
Actually, sir, I'm also looking a job change, but I'm not getting any calls. That's why I'm
Not
asking.
not only you, entire geography is looking for the job.
Uh,
Job hunters, right?
uh,
But we should not give the excuses and we should not give up.
okay.
That concept I trust. If you stand on the track with ready with your bags, everything. If committed time is 10 o'clock, if you miss the 10 o'clock, then tomorrow morning for sure if the train will come, then you will be in the track.
Mm, exactly.
Then train will pick up you. But only thing is time vary, time delays, that's it. But at that time you have to be ready. You should not sleep. You should not throw your bag. Right?
And also, sir, means theory part is also you provide theory part.
Yes.
What is the regular timings?
10 o'clock only, same timings. From tomorrow on, we'll start at 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Sir, for this learn SSIS tool, is need to all we know the all concepts of database means PLSQL.
No, I didn't get your question.
Okay, means for this tool we is basic knowledge of SQL is sufficient or
That is what I told you. So SQL basic knowledge is not sufficient. If you have a SQL knowledge, then you can start the course parallelly. Start your SQL Server course also to become a perfect in the SQL Server.
okay, okay. PLSQL concepts are we are familiar with that, but we not practice on that. So that's why.
No, you can start learning the SQL also, na?
Okay, okay.
Parallelly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Chalo, if you all are good and then you received you got all the answers, then shall we meet at tomorrow at 10 p.m.?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Chalo then, have a nice sleep, good night, and then we will meet tomorrow at 10 p.m. guys.
Okay.
Fine?
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank
Good
you
night.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye.